For your cheapest and most reliable place to buy FC24 coins, check out mmoexp.com. Use the code WOLF at the checkout for a massive 5% off your order. Link is down in the description below. Go and check them out. Yes then YouTube, we are back with another custom tactics video, but first drop this video a like for me, and if you can hit that subscribe button to my channel, that would mean the world to me. So it is a formation I like to call your absolute bread and butter. Check out trustdice.wing, link is down in the description below. Enjoy 8,000 plus crypto games, up to 20% cash back, fast withdrawal system, and a 24/7 live support. You do have popular games in the casino, and you also have a live casino if you do want to check it out. Link is down in the description below. Check them out. You can also use the sports section as well, whether it be the NBA, the Champions League, the Premier League, the Bundesliga, the NFL, La Liga, anything you want. So remember to check out trustdice.win. Link is down in the description below. It is the 4-4-2. I absolutely love this formation. I think you've got absolutely everything. You've got the two strikers, two central midfielders. You've got a little bit of width with the left and right midfielder. It is such an amazing and overpowered formation, believe you me. So first, you are going to want to use balanced on the defensive style. I really do think, and let me know in the comment section down below if you agree or disagree with this, that ever since the latest patch, all the other defensive styles apart from balanced have been nerfed into the ground. I really don't like constant pressure at this moment in time. Well, I mean, I wouldn't use that for minute one anyway. But press after possession loss and pressure on every touch, I think they are dreadful now on this latest patch. And I'm even going to say that word, dreadful. I really do think they are not good, not usable, or a viable option at all from minute one. So definitely use balance. A balanced style where your team presses the ball to the middle of the pitch and your team shape is neutral. The defensive width. Now, if any of you don't know what has happened on this latest patch, it's kind of nerfed the byline meta, but it's not nerfed it completely into the ground. So you can still run down the byline and use and abuse the little bit of cutbacks, but they don't work anywhere near as much as they did pre-patch. So because of that, we need to go a little bit more narrow, in our defensive width, because a lot of players now will be able to run through our middle of the pitch because we don't have to worry about the byline meta anymore. So pack out the middle of the pitch and make us really hard to break down. So I've actually gone down to 42 on the defensive width in the 4-4-2. Yes, 42. I know it's a little bit of a random number, but there is method to the madness. I want to make us a little bit more narrow, a little bit more compact, making us really hard to break down. Because when that happens and we're nice and compact in that middle of the pitch, we will win a lot more games than we will lose. Believe you me, new YouTube. Now, the defensive depth. If any of you have seen my more recent videos, you already know what I'm going to say at this point, YouTube. You do have two options, okay? So option number one is the option I use, and that is if you are playing on new gen and you are a competent defender. And when I say competent, I don't mean amazing defensively, but I just mean that you can defend. And that is, of course, the 71 depth. If any of you don't know what the 71 depth does, when we lose the ball, our team will automatically press and automatically offside trap up the pitch. It's very broken and overpowered, believe you me. But if we were to use a pressure on every touch or a press after possession loss, our players' stamina would drain so much. That doesn't happen with the 71 depth. The game kind of doesn't really realise that we're using a pressure tactic. So that's why I'm using the 71 depth. But option B, or option number two, is if you are definitely playing on old gen, or if you're playing on new gen but you struggle defensively. And I would recommend 55 depth in the 4-4-2. That just means we are a little bit more aggressive with our defensive line, because you don't want to be too deep. If you're too deep, your opponent really will suffocate you and you'll have nowhere to play out and stuff like that. But at the same time, we're not too YOLO like the 71 depth. So remember, option one, the option I use, is 71 depth. That is if you are a new gen and you are quite a good defender, or at least semi-decent at defending. Option B, 55 depth. That is if you are on old gen or you play on new gen but you struggle defensively. The offense is build-up play and chance creation. You already know what it's going to be at this point, YouTube. I'm going to go into zero detail on it. It is, of course, like on your screen, balanced and direct passing. I always call it your bread and butter, YouTube. Use and abuse it. Now, the offensive width is exactly the same as the defensive width in terms of we do want to go a little bit more narrow. There is method to this madness, YouTube, believe you me. Remember I said the byline meta has been nerfed, and it has, not a lot, but it has been nerfed. Rather than when we go down the byline, we'll get like a 90 to 80% success rate with the R1X or RBA cutbacks. Now you probably only get like a 40 to 50%. So there's definitely been a nerf. So because of that, we're going to want to go a little bit more narrow on the offensive width, meaning that we do funnel down the centre of the pitch a little bit more. That is the 45 offensive width. Players in the box is going to be 7. More players we have in the box, YouTube, the more likely we are to score a goal. It's so simple when I break it down like that. 2 corners and 2 free kicks like so. Custom tactics done. Now, you already know what both of my strikers are going to be on in a Connor Woolf custom tactics video. That is, of course, stay central, get in behind, and come back on defence. Now, if any of you don't know why I have that on, the stay central, especially in a 4-4-2 where we've got a left midfielder and the right midfielder anyway, I do not want my strikers venturing out wide. I want both of my strikers staying in that centre area of the pitch, making runs in behind. And that is exactly why I have both, yes, both my strikers on getting behind. I want both of them making penetrating runs in behind. But there is a but in this. I know some of you, when you are using 2 striker formations, you're not interested in having both of them on getting behind. I personally totally understand that. So if that is you, I would put your slower striker that you've got out of the 2. I don't actually know who's slower out between my Salmon and Eto on my RTG. I think it's Salmon, but I'm not sure. I would have the slower striker on mixed attack so that sometimes they make penetrating runs in behind, but other times they kind of come to feet. It's kind of really nice. The comeback on defence, pretty self-explanatory, just makes us more defensively solid. Now, you already know, YouTube, if any of you have watched my more recent 4-4-2 custom tactics videos, what my left midfielder and my right midfielder are already. So, come back on defence, cut inside, get in behind, and, of course, get into the box for cross. And that is exactly the same on my right midfielder as well. Come back on defence, cut inside, get in behind, and get into the box for cross. To come back on defence, pretty self-explanatory, more defensively solid. The cut inside, getting behind and getting to the box for cross is the game changer. I want both my left midfielder and my right midfielder to make penetrating runs inwards. It's so hard for your opponent's defenders to pick up players when they're making them penetrating runs inwards. They kind of make diagonal runs towards your 2 strikers, and it is so overpowered and so hard for your opponent's defenders to pick it up. It kind of gives you a lot of free and easy goals, I like to call it, where your left midfielder and right midfielder will kind of be in like them left and right number 10 positions, and your opponent just can't pick them players up. It's so overpowered. So that's come back on defence, cut inside, get in behind, and get into the box for cross on both the left midfielder and the right midfielder. The right central midfielder, think of this player kind of like a traditional number 10 or like a shadow striker, a player that will have the licence to get forward, and because of that, balanced attack, get into the box for cross, and cover centre. So you can use definitely more of an attack-minded central midfielder in that right central midfielder role. So for me, on my RTG, SBC Bruno Fernandes. Left central midfielder, think of this player like a traditional number 6, you know, like a Rodri, Boubacar Kamara, Casemiro for Man United. These type of players. This player is like a destroyer. So stay back while attacking and cover centre. I don't want my left central midfielder to venture forward at all. I want him staying there, staying back while attacking, giving the ball to the better players. I personally, in the 4-4-2, then play with both my left back and my right back on stay back while attacking, YouTube. Centre backs, completely default settings, stay back while attacking, normal interceptions, stick to position, and then goalkeeper comes for crosses and sweeper keeper. And that right there, YouTube, is my brand new updated 4-4-2 custom tactics video for you guys. If you did enjoy this video, you know what to do. Drop it a like for me, drop a comment down below, and if you can hit that subscribe button to my channel, that would mean the world to me. Thank you for watching. Remember, spread the love and positivity. PMA, positive mental attitude. Peace out. One love.